Once upon a twilight that never quite chose between dreams or shadows, there lived a deck, not one bound in silence, but one that whispered. A deck spun from thorns and glass slippers, from wolves that knew your name, and mirrors that did not lie, but remembered. Deep within its cards, forgotten heroines still wander enchanted forests, not waiting to be saved, but waiting to be seen. And villains linger at the edges, not as monsters, but as truths we were told to fear. And every card hums with that strange, aching magic we felt as children, when stories were not just stories, but doorways. And today, we're going to step through those doorways and open the box of the Fairytale Tarot by Giulia Massaglia. And I really hope I didn't butcher that name. If so, apologies. But this is where every card is a spell, every image a story, and every story might just be about you. So come closer, darklings, and let's see what the Fairytale Tarot is hiding. All right, my darklings, I hope you are all well today. I am very, very excited because today we are going to be looking at the Fairytale Tarot, and it was kindly sent to me by Llewellyn for my honest review. I want to take a quick moment to thank you, Llewellyn. You are amazing. It is a Lo Scarabeo deck. I love these decks. I've always loved them. But yeah, so we're going to get into it because I can't wait. I really can't wait. All right, so starting with the box, I love the image. It's so cute, very telling. It's got, look at that. Look at the little pixies or nature spirits, or, you know, look at the side. That is adorable. I love it. And this is the back. Nice sturdy little box. Something I've noticed, it looks like the boxes are almost like a linen type material now. They're not really smooth, but it looks nice. It looks really nice. I've just noticed that difference in a few of the decks that I recently got. I kind of like it. I'm not sure if they were always like that or I literally just noticed it, but it's nice. It made for a very nice print on the box. Got a little booklet. So I do like that it has multiple languages too. English, Italian, Spanish, and Portuguese. If any of you would like to follow Lo Scarabeo and keep up to date with the decks they get, they're on Facebook, Instagram, and have a website. So it looks pretty much like your standard, typical book. You get a little portion for each card. So, and you do have a few little spreads. Maybe we'll try one of them. We'll see toward the end. The folklore or the deep forest spread. I kind of like that. Maybe we'll try that. We'll see. We'll see how long it runs. This is the back. That is cute. I like the little geometrical pattern there. And I always love stars. It's the sides. It is a very standard size cards, like tarot cards. So that's good too. But look at that full card. Little doggy. That'd be me and Floki. He just perked his ears up when I said that. Look at this magician too. I love this magician. And the cards, good stock. They're kind of thin, but not so thin you think you're going to ruin them. So, and usually in my experience, it makes for good shuffles, but we'll see about that too. Right away, what stands out to me is how this deck leans into the classic fairy tale atmosphere, but it has almost a dark, introspective edge. It's not overly sweet. It feels layered, almost like the original versions of fairy tales before they were softened over time. Do you get that same perspective looking at these cards? I'm curious to know, because to me, like, that's beautiful. Definitely like fairy tale touch, but there's something haunting about it too. And I love that. I love it so much. But it isn't in your face like haunting. It's just, I think it makes like these feelings or emotions surface from somewhere subconscious in you, you know? That is a beautiful empress. Oh my gosh, the flowers in her hair. She's out there in her raw, natural form. Look at her, confident. Oh my goodness, I love this Empress card. You know, she might be one of my favorite Empresses that I've come across. The colors chosen are very beautiful. There's a softness to it, but a underlining moodiness kind of gives it a bit more emotional depth too. Feels like each card, each image is telling a story, not just representing a meaning. Like you could look at one of these cards and develop a full story in your mind, in your imagination. You could dream it up. I love this. Look at that Hierophant. Oh my gods. Something I personally love in these decks. Oh my gosh. Look at that Lovers, guys. Beautiful. I know they're probably like nature spirits, forest spirits, but it really reminds me of the first male and female. Is he part of that other tree? I can't really tell, but I don't know why. It just made me think of Ask and Embla. But what I was saying is, what I also love about this is you're not just glancing at meanings. You can sit with these cards. You can sit with this. And it's like you're stepping into that scene. Thor. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Strength. Look. Oh my gosh. I love that card. That is so freaking cool. Look at that dragon, and it's got, look at his spine. I love it. You know what's interesting too? Like look at this hermit. Wow. And it's like you'll notice familiar archetypes here. But the characters, they do feel like they've been pulled from folklore and like fairy tale traditions. But I can interpret them in a way that feels very human. Not perfect, not overly romanticized, just real in like a symbolic sense. Could you see that in that hermit? I can. Oh, I love that. Oh, look. It reminds me of Krampus. He's so cool. Oh my gosh. This is so cool. Like, especially for a good intuitive deck, if you read, if you're someone who reads through imagery and like storytelling or emotional tone rather than like a strict traditional symbolism, then I think this deck would be awesome for you. Look at that, Hanged Man. This deck is too cute. I love it. And Death. So Death and the Devil card. Very important to me in a deck. And this one is, wow. Wow. There's a bit going on here. So quite dramatic and intense Death card. I like it though. It's different. But also pretty tragic, right? Oh, that's so pretty. Temperance. The Devil's another one. And wow. The Ogre. Yeah. Pretty fierce Devil card. Very symbolic, very telling. The stories kind of can align with the way you could intuitively read them. Wow. Imagine encountering something like that. Man, I tell you, when I was a kid, I used to have this reoccurring nightmare that I'd be running through a town and into a house and hide from a big giant like this. Oh, look at this star card. Gorgeous. You guys, I really love this star card. She's beautiful. My gosh. Oh, this moon card. Look at that. Oh, that's so friggin' cool. You have like the werewolf depicted in two different, oh, like the dogman, then like the other ones that look like wolves. Oh my gosh. I love that moon card. Love it so much. The sun. Ah, it's depicting a really kind of mystical innocence. So pretty. Judgment. Oh, wow. I love it. It's a little fairy. Love. Ooh. I think that's our cover image as the world. And look at her. It's like she's one with them, like she was invited into their circle. She's celebrating with them, the little fae beings. Aww. Guys, I love this deck. I wasn't sure, but I really like this deck a lot. Look at that. It's a pretty ace. Very dreamy deck. Got Two of Cups. Three of Cups. That's a fun card. Reminds me of pagans celebrating like the equinox today, which, by the way, happy equinox, my beautiful darklings and souls watching. Ooh, I love that. Look. Oh, great. Great art. Great art. Great theme, yet stays true to the traditional meanings. Wow, it's a powerful card. Some of these are very powerful for a fairy tale deck. Like, you wouldn't expect it to pack that much of a powerful punch symbolically, but it does. It definitely does. But that's something that I love about Los Scarabeo decks. A lot of them seem to do that without apology, and it's beautiful. I love that Seven of Cups. Look at that. Wow. 8. Look at that dragon. Ooh. Yes. Look. Oh, that's so cute. Page. It really does feel like you're in the scene with them. Like you're watching from your own perspective in this world. Queen. Ace. Hi-ho. It's off to work we go. 2 of Pentacles. Baba Yaga. 3 of Pentacles. Ooh. Look at that wizard. Wow. Wow. How about that 5 of Pentacles? 6. 7. 8. Ooh, look at the 9. I love the tree beings in this deck, or the forest beings. Oh, look at the dog. The doggy. So cute. Floki perked his ears. He's like, hey, who you talking to over there? Floki's my dog, if you're new and you're wondering who Floki is. Anytime I'm like, aw, to anything else other than him, he's like, no, ma'am. You might have just even heard him sigh just now. Like, it's like, what ails you, my spoiled little man? Wow. Oh, I love the little, like, fire lizards. Those are so cool. He's out there watching the dragons, but with the dragon symbology inside, one holding a wand. I don't think he's looking at them like, oh gosh, out of fear or really wonder. He's looking at them like, hey, you're my kindred. You're my kindred. We got the 4. I like a lot of the cards in here that look like celebrations. Like little pagan celebrations with spirits and... Ooh, he captured the serpent. Well, it's literally like a story as you go through it, especially in the minors. You could really put a story together here. Wow, look at that creature. Imagine those teeth coming for you. Wow. Yeah, I'm anxious and curious to see how these will read. We shall see, my loves. We shall see. Ooh. Oh, look at that cat. I dreamt of similar ones before in this little fey realm in my dream. There were also dolphins in that dream. I like when my dreams go that way, though. Like this deck. If only every night we could dream like some of a world like some of these cards. That 2 of Swords. Oh my gosh, it's not hopeless. It's powerful. Look at the... Oh my gosh, look at the little fairies. The butterfly looking wings. Transformative, like a transformative choice. Oh my gosh. I love it. Look at that being coming out of that trunk. Oh my gosh. So beautiful. I really like the sword suits. The swords suit. Say sword suit 5 times, guys. Sword suit, sword suit, sword suit. Look at that bird. Such interesting creatures. At first I'm like, eagle. You know, my brain wanted to see an eagle, but then you look closer. Ooh. Wow. That too is a powerful card. Looks like they got a little guardian there. 7 of Swords. Look at him. He's like, ha ha ha, I got away with him. 8 of Swords. Man. She'll get loose and grab one of them and defeat him. 9 of Swords. Look at the little goblins. Oh my gosh, have you guys seen Hellier, that documentary? That's what that reminded me of. All the people reporting seeing those at night when they go to sleep. 10 of Swords. Wow. Page. I love all the little fae folk in this deck. Like, including the tree spirits. I think they're part of them too. Dragons, all of it. Look at them. Queen. Beautiful wings. Oh my gosh. It's like her fairy godmother giving her that sword to wield her strength. And finally, the king, guys. What an experience going through that deck. That was an experience, not just a flip through. I really love when a deck can do that. give you a whole experience as you're going through it. Gives you a whole story. That means that the deck will read exceptionally well if you can see the storytelling in the cards. And it helps you devise your own story. Little stiff, but not too bad. You can work with it. You can work with it. Yeah, they didn't shuffle bad, actually. All right, so let's explore the book real quick. You know I like to do this. And then we're going to get into the spread that the book has. So if you want to just get right to the spread to see how it reads, I'll leave the timestamp in the description for you. But if you want to stick around and explore the book a little bit with me, let's do it. All right, so the introduction says, fairy tales have been with us for as long as we have told stories to one another. All good fairy tales share similar features: clear morals or lessons, relatable archetypes, magical elements, conflict and transformation, mystery and wonder, happy or fitting endings, timelessness, and universality. That's kind of a hard word to say for me. Anyway, these stones touch on what's essential to the human experience: love, fear, bravery, transformation, making them feel personal and universal. The Fairytale Tarot aims to bring the world's wealth of folklore and bestiary into the realm of tarot readings. The creatures depicted on each card help illustrate the relationship between man and nature, which that's what they were going for. They nailed it. Fairy tales allow us to live a dozen lives, slipping between worlds as easily as changing our shoes. They are invitations beckoning us to remember that impossible things happen every day. Perhaps the real magic lies in the idea that we can find our way out of the dark forest. I love that. Use the information in this booklet to learn about tarot and what each card could mean. It's all a starting point to help you engage your intuition. If the card tells a different story than what is written, go with it. I told you guys it felt very intuitive based when I was doing the flip through. Anyway, tarot meanings are not set in stone. They encompass many positive and negative tales. Open your mind to the world of possibilities each card brings. Take a deep breath. Let the characters and scenes speak to you when you are ready to tell your stories. I love that. And this deck seems very beginner friendly. So that's awesome. And it does have like a how to use it, because I've gifted decks to people who've never read before, but they're interested in it and they get really overwhelmed with, well, how do I use it? How do I do this? One good thing about this deck is it has that in here. So, I mean, seasoned readers can read from it and beginners. So it has the how to use part. We have our spreads. And we're going to get into how the meanings and all of that are written once we do our reading. Yeah, that is a pretty long one, guys. So why don't we just do the folklore spread? Sorry. I would love to do that deep forest spread, but I just don't know if I have the time. So we are going to look at the conflict issue going on in your life, the magic, what resource or guidance are available to you that you may not be seeing, and the end, what the outcome could be if you followed the guidance of magic. Cute. All right, so I'm going to do this in a generalized way. I'm not going to seriously read. It's just, I'm going to do it in like an example way. And just grab some cards for you. Okay. Well, we got 2 here. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, guys, I take that back. I don't think that, even though I was trying to generalize it, I think it's most definitely a situation. So, well, all right. Well, I was trying to do it generalized, but yeah, that came out. Wow. All right. So, I'll explain in a moment, but for our first card, the conflict, the issue going on in your life, I got the Tower. And what's funny is the Death card, you know, with that. See intuitively what's going on in my situation and relating it to the cards, and I can also see something else that the cards might be bringing to light for me. So the issue going on in my life, the Tower, yeah, I do have quite a few Tower moments that are going to be bringing upon death for real, and death as in a different beginning. I mean, it'd definitely be a new beginning. I just don't know what that looks like right now. Which that's in the area of the resource or guidance that I'm not seeing. Intuitively, see, I'll explain. My sister, she has cancer. They gave her 6 to 8 months. So this, I just found out like the other day how long we had. And there's nothing we can do. It's already spread throughout her whole body. And that was a Tower moment for me. You know, we lost our whole family within 1 year of each other, like 8 months of each other, a couple of years ago. And we were all that's left, and then my children. And now we're losing her. So Tower and death, see where that's going intuitively. But also with the resource or guidance, it's kind of funny, that word guidance, because if you believe, somewhat like I do, that our passed away loved ones can become guidance for us, then that makes a lot of sense for me. Also, other ancestors, and it's interesting because I'm going to be taking care of her, but that's exactly why I'm going to school, to do what I'm going to be doing for my sister. And as a death doula, I can, and a medium, I can help her in many ways, I feel, and just be there for her. And I really do feel like there will be a light at the end of the tunnel. It isn't goodbye forever. I truly, truly believe that with all my heart. So, yeah. But what's even more disheartening is this 5 of Pentacles, man. Right? Illness, loss, you know. In this position, it was supposed to be like the outcome if you followed the guidance of the magic. But it's just strange that these cards came out relating to my personal situation. So I don't even know if it's going by the spread we were using, which is surprising. It's a little bit of a plot twist. But I will say, it surprises me. And it gives this deck a bit more. It adds more to this deck. For it to read that quickly on my energy and pick up something so personal, so intense, and say, hey, this is what you're going through. This is the energy I'm getting off of you. That quickly, this deck picked that up. I would say it's a deck worth getting because, like I've said before, you can get a deck for many, many different reasons, and that's okay. But ultimately, we want to know how they'll read for us. And for me, as you see, it's quite personal. So instead of following the spread, I'm going to ask for the light at the end of this tunnel. So what advice would you have for me in this situation? Page of Swords. So I think it's trying to give me advice and guidance as a whole. This deck is. Wow, I'm amazed. It's trying to say be prepared. Be mentally prepared. Be alert. Approach it with curiosity, like I'm picking up intuitively, you know, I've got a job to do here. I've got to wield that sword because as the eldest living in my family right now, I have to be there for her. I have to hold her hand through this, and I have to be ready. I have to be strong, just like this page. And that I'm not alone. That I'll have spirit and guides there with me. I'll have things there with me. What's so funny about this too, the wind's blowing in this picture. You can see the leaves coming from the trees bent, the wind's blowing. My dad told me before he passed, which was from cancer too, if the wind was ever blowing around me, that was him, to remember that. And I'm picking up here that I'm not going to be alone through this. I have support. I have, you know, strength. I have incredible endurance. And that even though the wind's blowing and the clouds look a little dark, it's also sunny and bright, and that there will be a light at the end of the tunnel. We can make peace with this, but for now, it's about being prepared and ready and being there to do what I have to do. So, let's see. How should we fare at the very, very end of this journey? I got 6 of Pentacles. Oop. 4 of Swords. And we got Justice. Wow. What a reading this has turned into, right, guys? So, what a deck. Gosh. Okay, so generosity, of course. You know, I'm giving. I'm giving my energy, time, and my love, compassion, everything I can into this. And with 4 of Swords, we have, you know, taking time for myself. Make sure I'm doing that. Make sure I'm relaxing. That I'm, you know, taking just the care that I need. And make sure that I, you know, self-love, self-care. Make sure I'm balanced in that. And we got Justice. So, justice, good deeds will be rewarded. Making sure to balance, make balanced decisions. Make sure, you know, I approach everything with clarity, my integrity. Be fair in everything. And pursue my own truth through this situation. What will my own truth be in the end? And my actions and choices will kind of bring that truth to light. So Of course, while dealing with death, illness, things like that, sad things, we never fully prepared for that. And sometimes it is very, very difficult to see the positive and the light at the end of the tunnel. But I feel like I do have a very balanced approach right now. I'm okay. And what is so amazing about this deck is this was pure guidance. Pure guidance to my situation, you guys. I am at awe and shocked at the way this deck kind of came to my aid right now. It was like, hey, we're calling you out on your energy here. Like, this is what you're going through now, girl. How are we going to handle this? And it gave me that guidance and then told me in the coming future what to do, make sure I'm doing. It was a reminder and guidance, like Spirit's really speaking to me with this deck. That was so amazing. I do apologize for the little bit of a darker element in sharing such a sad thing with you guys. But I couldn't really help it. The cards. But again, that's what makes this deck so good and worth it. The freaking reading was phenomenal, you guys. So not only do we get amazing fairy tales and folklore, awesome art, a great, great card stock, all of it, great box, we get great readings. This deck was totally and completely worth it. I recommend it. I do. I am going to say that this was a 8 out of 10. And why? Well, that is just personal preferences and overall opinions. But I really, really do. And that has to do mostly with like the guidebook. But everything else about this deck, 10 out of 10. I think it is amazing. What did you guys think of that? Like, wow. But anyway, I am sending you all so, so much love. We're going to close the fairy tale story today. And I just want to give you a gentle reminder to always seek out your personal fairy tale. Always live and embody your magic. And the link will be in the description if you would like to get your deck. All right. Thank you so much for being here.